Hi guys, welcome to my best realism pack movie for 2025 for Minecraft Bedrock. I'm going to show you my 5 best realism packs, starting from number 5 to number 1 later in this movie. I will also share my thoughts and tips for picking up a realism pack at the end of this movie. Please like and subscribe and help the channel get to its first 1,000 followers. Thank you. Alright guys, here we are with number 5, Realism Effects add-on. This adds visual effects, weather events, ambient sounds and even nether effects. So let's get right into this one. First off, as you can see up here, we've got some lovely little cloud effects here, and we've got some lovely sunshiny ray light effects. We've also got, as you can see in the background, some little wind swoosh effects, and you can also hear the wind in the background, which is pretty cool. Now this one doesn't focus on like making the trees and stuff look good, so they're the old simple foliage stuff, no moving foliage or anything. But if we come over here, it gives us a cool new effect that sometimes it does this. It's a random weather event where it will make everything around you, here we go, fog up, and it will be the same colour as the biome you're in. So since I'm in a swamp marsh, it makes all of the colour like this really sort of sickly green colour. And we've also got some lovely little firefly effects. Look at that, little shiny effects. And we also have some new water effects. Let's go for a little swim, shall we? Now, we have a water splash effect, as you saw just there, and we've even got a water ambient sound effect, which you don't get in many of these packs. So you can hear like a faint swimming sound effect and like a breathing sound effect. Oh, look at all the little fishies. It also gives us a new light ray effect, which shines through the water and allows us to see better in the water. It's basically like infinite night vision. Oh, and now it's changed to orange colour. Oh, lovely. So those are a few of the effects that happen. Now, before we go any further, we've got some lovely butterflies here. Perfect place for me to open my new ambience guide. So let's crack her open. So first we've got the sound effects, which is like the Arctic wind sounds, the beach sounds, cave sounds, desert sounds, forest sounds, jungle sounds, the rainstorm sounds, which I'll show you in a minute, sandstorm, savanna sounds and snowstorm sounds. So then we've also got the visual effects, and you can up the intensity of it or make it go down. Aurora, butterflies, cave surface fog, clouds, crimson surface fog for like you know, the nether and stuff, desert and stuff like that, fallen leaves, fireflies, which we just saw, ice dust, mushroom surface fog, ocean light rays, which we also just saw, and nether lava surface, which we'll be seeing in a minute. We've also got the biome fog, which is the Arctic biome fog. It's just all the biomes, but with their own little fogs. Then, at the very bottom, we've got the weather effects. Mist, rainstorms, sandstorms, and snowstorms, and the frequency can be higher or lower. Now, yes, you may be thinking, hold on a second, sandstorms and snowstorms, they sound new, but actually it's the same little hail effects and stuff you get in the sand and snow biomes, except you can up the intensity and frequency of it to be massive, which is really cool. Now let's take a look at some of these weather effects. We've got the rain effects, which may look like normal rain, but it gets a little splash effect, and if we get up a little bit higher, I believe it should give us some cloud effects. Any second. Yep, here we go. This will happen sometimes when it starts raining. If you're at a high place, some cloud effects will form and then they'll disappear. Pretty cool. I think. Now let's check out the thunderstorm. Now this one is very loud, so make sure you don't have your volume too high, but it is really cool. Alright, let's just wait for it to kick in. Look, we've even got some little cloud effects. Wait, let me just clear the weather and then go back onto it. Alright, thunder. As you can hear, it's a lot more intense in the wind variety, and all of the cloud effects become dark and dangerous for lightning. Also, the wind gets more intense as well. Now, let's clear that, and let's take a look at the nether. Alright, here's my nether portal. Here we go. Alright, and here we are, the nether. Now look at this. This, you may think is the same firefly effect, but actually it's the lava effect it was talking about. Little particles from the lava come up, and from the magma as well, they come up and they give you this really nice little effect. Also, if you didn't notice with the nether portal, when you get near it, all of these purple particles start getting absorbed inside of it. Oh, how lucky we spawned next to another fortress. Now let's head back to the terrain, because unfortunately that's about all that the nether has to offer. So, that's number 5, guys. Let's get on to the next one. Alright guys, here we are with number 4, True Realism HD. Now, this one is a new texture pack. It's got realistic sky, lifelike clouds, atmospheric fog, waving foliage, block variations, and custom mob models for greater realism. Highly detailed 64x textures, works in any world, and supports the Garden Awakens update for Minecraft. So let's check out some of the stuff that this has got to offer. So first, as you can see in front of me, we've got a very more lifelike cow than the original Minecraft variation, with even a proper tail as well. Let's see if we can find any other animals. Oh, we've got a sheep over here, looking a lot more realistic. The fur looking a lot more fluffy and woolly like in real life, and the eyes more like sheep-like. Okay, we've also got some new villager variants as well. So let's come over to the village here. See if we can find a little villager. Hello, Mr. Iron Golem, who is now an actual iron golem. And Mr. Villager, whose faces have become extremely... I'm just going to say they're definitely my least favourite mob variation out of this, but they are my favourite in a way as well, because of how funny they look. We've also got, as you can see, loads, and I mean loads of different texture variations here coming into blocks, like the torches here and the trees here, and also all the blocks in the ground and stuff. It just looks amazing, even with the, where is it? The new sun. Look at that, it's actually circle and round, and all of the clouds are now properly like actual clouds. They're fluffy and everything. We've even got a lovely little fog effect around us, like covering half of that island up over there. Very, very nice indeed. If we go into our inventory as well, we've actually got some really cool new looks for the weapons, like this netherite sword that's actually got a proper sword holster now. And even when it comes to armor, we've also got a little nose piece like they would have had in medieval times going down so their nose doesn't get cut off. But let's take that off, because we know Bobby looks very weird when he's wearing that nose piece. Now, what I've noticed about this one is it doesn't have too many ambient sound effects, and it doesn't have like fully moving foliage. It's only got like a little tiny sway at the top, but that's still good in my books. Also, the trees have moving foliage as well, which I think looks a lot better than some of the other packs because it's a lot more simpler and it works well. I also like how the trees look like proper leaves as well, and the wood looks like proper wood. And the best part about it is even the flowers and stuff move. We've also got some little new rock formations and petal formations in the grass. It's so nice for just that really good look on the nicer side of blocks and stuff. Of course, if you want more ambient sound effects, maybe you'll enjoy the next one, but if you want more blocky effects like this one, making your world look a whole lot more texturized, then this is definitely the one for you. Now, it doesn't have any new water effects or anything, unfortunately, but it doesn't have any walking effects as well, but it's got some nice little moving foliage effects. Anyways, that was number 4. Alright guys, here we are with number 3, Realism VFX 1.1 add-on. So, this one adds, bring the VFX from Realism Craft into your own worlds. Experience VFX such as dynamic lights, which we can see there, lens flares to enhance your world with biome, water, sky and weather VFX, which is pretty cool. And yes, you heard that right, this is from Realism Craft. They made a separate pack so you can have the simple VFX effects in there. So in my hand we've got the ambience for the overworld, the nether, the end, the sky effects, weather and other effects, and then we've also got the guidebook right here, which is I'd say that's pretty cool. Let's close that and take that. Alright, now let's check out some of these effects. First, we've got trigger birds. See? Look at them, all coming across the sky. Pretty cool, eh? Now, the only problem about this pack is that it doesn't add any of the moving foliage or water splashing effects, or any of the new animals, or any of the animated moving effects. It's just the VFX. So, let's put down the tumbleweed emitter. Now, if I take it out, it should, yep, there you go, spawn tumbleweed in. And if you actually walk into it, it breaks it when it hits something, which is pretty cool. We've also got trigger fog. Look at that fogginess all around us with the tumbleweed as well. Looks like we're about to have a western standoff. Now let's go to the night time for these effects because they look beautiful at night. First we've got the shooting star. Let's place a couple of them down. There we go, look at it falling across the sky. There they are, all falling down. Also got the northern lights, which is a really good one. There we go, look at that. Beautiful that is. It actually can change colours as well, depending on, like, if you place it down again, it could change the colours to like a blue colour. But this one seems to be circling all around me. Look at that. Yep, like I said, now there's a green colour along with all of the purples, which is really cool. And it's changing some of it into green. That's epic, that is. And one of my favourite ones, we've got the fireflies. This is like lovely if you make like a swamp house and then you've got all the fireflies floating around it. Such a nice effect. Now I've got a really special place to go to with you guys. which, let me just grab my obsidian and flint and steel. And I need to grab some new effects as well. So if we go to the bed part here, we've also got some new nether effects. Alright guys, here we go. Building terrain. Here we are. Now we've got lava burst effect. Look at that. Wait, let's do it actually on some lava. Look at that. And then it sprays back down into the lava. Oh, that's so cool, that is. And then we've also got trigger lava bubble. Oh, that's so cool. I love that one. Where just a little bubble comes out and then pops. So cool. And we've got the resin fireflies emitter, which is actually the nether version of the fireflies. Look at them, they're more like orange. And now here we have a nether storm coming in, which I was actually planning on showing you guys in a minute. But how's no time like any, right? Yep, so instead of a normal storm, you get like loads of flaming arrows flying around. And yep, a tornado just went by, a flame tornado. Yeah, it's a lot more hyper than the normal storms that you get. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, that was number 3. Alright guys, here we are at number 2. Realism 1.1 Fields and Forests. Now, this add-on pack adds grass and flowers for world generation, trees and biomes, trails and creeks, ocean waves, and an ancient shrine, which is very hard to come by because they're very rare. It also comes by wildlife, which is deers and fawns, owls, termites, lynxes, birds and bugs, butter and fireflies. The atmosphere has sun and light rays, as you can see from the sun shining down here. It's got weather and fog, sounds like you just heard there, like the cricket. It's got dynamic light, leaves and pollen, which you can see comes out as soon as I step on the flowers, and it adapts to texture pack, so you can add a texture pack and this will add all of its stuff in still. Now, let's check out some of the stuff in here. As you can see already, there's some butterflies flying around. We've got some lovely new flowers here, and some lovely new logs and items as such. We've even got new trees. Yeah, it's just like a really small baby tree with like a really weird top to it. It's definitely not my favourite tree. We've got naturally spawning fawns and stuff. Also, when you're around them, if you walk on the ground without crouching in survival mode, it will sometimes make a twig breaking sound, which alerts them and makes them run away. Now, this pack adds new like texture skins for the pigs and other animals, but that's not even the best part about it. It adds so many new animals, even a really cool one called the Lost Soul, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, without further ado, let's get into these animals. First, we've got the butterflies, which don't really make a sound because they're, well, butterflies. Then we've also got termites, which just try to dig at the ground and just eat stuff. We've got owls as well, which I'm going to show you what you can do with them. You can make an owl helmet. If you kill an owl, which, why would you want to do that? You can get that owl crown, which can make the owl helmet, which gives you infinite night vision, which is pretty overpowered if I do say so myself. Except now we can't see Bobby's face. Although the mask does look good. It looks like sort of like a samurai ancient helmet. Then we've also got the lynx, which you can tame with venison, which is the new meat you get from killing the deers. But unfortunately, you have to keep on taming the one you've just tamed, or else they will try and kill you. Then if we spawn baby fawns in, they go straight after them. That's the AI that they've got. Also the deers, they don't care about the fawns, they will just run away. Then we've also got the birds, which are really nice for an ambient sound effect. And we've even got the lost souls. They don't really make like a noise, but they make a sound, which is like sort of like a vibrating sound effect. Now there's one really cool thing that I've got to show you, and we've got to get out into like an oceany area for this. Wave effects. There are actual wave effects in this, and there's even little rivers as well which can go up and round. They naturally spawn as well. This isn't me who's done this, guys. Let's find an ocean. Here we go. Look at this cool water effect. I have wanted an add-on that's done this for so long, and we finally found one that does it, and it's so cool. Another cool thing about the water effects that it doesn't mention in the pack one is that if you're in like a lighter area, the water's a lot more see-through, but if you're in a darker area, the water's a lot harder to see through, which is a really cool effect, I think. Alright guys, that was number 2, Realism's 1.1, Fields and Forests. Alright guys, here we are with number 1, the man, the myth, the mod pack legend, Realism Craft. My personal favourite and the best Realism Craft pack on this list. So, as you guys know, this adds custom realistic trees, plants and structure generation, overhauled textures, animations like we're seeing right here, and sounds, VFX like God rays, just look at that lovely God ray coming down, and northern lights, fireflies and waving foliage, and realistic mobs with biome variations. Now let's check this out. As you know already, we've got the new run effect. And if we come up to this pig here, you'll see that he's got some lovely floppy ears and an actual proper tail. We've got, oh yep, all the lovely butterflies, the new animals. Just look at this cow, it's so much like fatter, and it's got like a really long tail like they do in real life. And of course new tree variants and sand variants and stuff. We've also got the lovely flowers and the grass which moves in the wind, just like the trees, which is lovely moving in the wind. Oh wow, what happened here? Looks like 2 cows like spawned inside of each other, a white and a black cow. Huh. Alright, now, as you guys know, again, if you've watched my other video on this, you would know that there are new spawning structures, just like this one here, that one here, which is just a ruined nether portal, but better. This, like, cathedral over here is one of them, and of course another one of those camp out sort of things. Now, of course, we've got the classic, which every pack has copied, the water splashing effect. And we've also got the lovely rain effect. Rain. Let's see if it wants to rain. Here we go. Oh, yep, and as you can see here, the new mob effect variations for the different biomes. So just a skeleton here with this cool little headpiece on, and a new bow where, oh yeah, he's checking out his bow, looking real nice. And then he continues walking. And then we've also got the zombie variants, like this one here with the blue top on and stuff. Pretty cool. And then the creeper variants and stuff as well, which is all amazing. Here we go. Now the rain's starting to come down. And now the rain's gone again. Okay, here it is. It really chooses when to rain, doesn't it? Now, this one doesn't add like too much of a rainy effect. It gives you, like, as you can see, little droplets of water, and the rain sound is much lighter to the ears. So really like nice and delicate. Now I wonder, like in one of the other packs, if we come down here. Yep, here we go. Zombified piglin brutes, hoglin remains, baby ghast. Yes, they added a baby ghast. Look at it, flying away. And then, of course, zombified piglin brute. Look at his half head and his cool golden sword. So epic. Although the baby ghasts, I cannot say that they are epic, because they are absolutely terrifying and I hate them and I wish they never existed. Now let's change the weather to clear. It's so beautiful, this is. Now moving on to the weapons, such as the netherite sword. Look at that. Proper holster for the hand and a proper blade. New hitting effects as well. Just really cool. And then of course the new armour as well. Of course, Bobby doesn't look the best in them. And like I said, I love the little nose piece that comes down, blocking his nose just like they would have had in medieval times. So when they went to swing at their face, it would block it perfectly. Let's take that off of Bobby. Right, guys, that is number 1 Realism Craft. 1.6 now with the God rays, just like I showed you earlier. So, I think there is a lot to see in these realism packs, and I've probably not covered everything, but it gives you a good idea. Realism Craft 1.6 has the same night auroras as Realism VFX. That's one I didn't point out. Some are worlds, some are add-ins, and True Realism is a texture pack. They all have good points, but if you want a world with lots of new content, then Realism Fields and Forests is probably your best bet. If you want effects, Realism Craft and Realism VFX is probably more suited. And Realism Effects add-on adds a nice little touch to all your worlds. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, please help out the channel by liking and subscribing. See you guys in the next one. Bye.